The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Taken at the goal line, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Ready, ready. 10 cycles. Switch, yellow, set, go.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game?
Down.
But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. Shrugs him off. And he coughed it up. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They go play action with Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yetur Gross-Matos. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Etienne. And he loses the football a second time. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Lawrence. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the...
He tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Meanwhile, Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hut.
On second down, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Needle blue. Set.
Young on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On the set. Steal. Check steal. Set. Hut.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Second down and 8.
Hut. Hut.
Young now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a third and 8.
Let's go. Charge.
Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. Ready?
Give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ready,
a loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Young to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On second down, here's Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lawrence on third down. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
Jet. Drill, 52.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Cluster, 6. White. Ready.
To throw, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
All right, let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Here's Lawrence. That would complete downfield to Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from capturing the lead. McManus's point after is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Young loses it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback who'll be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Silver.
Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Josh Allen, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now Young going to move him around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. Oh, some strong running.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
I guess it's time to date myself a little bit because I remember Dan Marino running a similar play to this on a Monday night game against the Jets way back when. He's going to fake the spike and hope that the defense lets his guard down, but they were alert there, and this ends up incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Now here's Young. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. It'll be Young again. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Ready.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Faster, faster.
Young. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Shot, 17. Set.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hut, hut.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
All right, let's go.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game.
Okay,
you may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
This one into the hands of Thielen. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Come on, set. Claws ready.
Looking to throw, Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
On the ready. Tip. Clock.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
Hey, go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yetur Gross-Matos able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Lawrence will throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Go, go, let's go.
On third down, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Fourth down, here's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So now out is the Panther offense as they'll come in and go for the two-point try.
Ready.
Following the interception, Young eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Easy. Read it 24. Read it 24. Here we go.
Another tote for ETN. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the complete.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Let's go. Go set.
Young now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
11. Here we go, sir.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Young to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen. 72 yards. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Rip, 23.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
There we go.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. 20, 10, 5, and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
McManus's point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Thielen going to go in motion right. Young to throw it this time. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 1st and 10, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. That's prepared for him to try and take off.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mega. Ready?
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
On red.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
All right, let's go.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Hey, run!
Here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Smash, red. Steal, black. Set, go.
Young to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are back within a score. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hey, go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Lisa 24.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On the red.
Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Forced out to his left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra.